On January 7th, 2023, we embarked from Miami on a cruise around the world on board the Regent 7 Seas Mariner. We bypassed the Cayman Islands, and after a brief stop in Cartagena, Colombia, we went on to the Panama Canal. Completed in 1914, it's still an engineering marvel. A new set of locks was opened in 2016, which, along with the original locks, greatly increased the canal's traffic capacity. When it first opened in 1914, about 1,000 ships transited the Panama Canal. It now has an annual transit of over 14,000 vessels. After sailing into the Pacific Ocean, we moved south to Ecuador, where we met our first wonderful guide of our world cruise, Juan of God, Juan de Dios. We went with him into the rainforest to learn about the corozo nuts, which are the seeds of the tagua palm trees. These nuts have been used to make buttons since long before plastic was invented. A local craftsman showed us just how creative he could be and awarded his creation to the first person who could guess what he was making.
There you are. Oh my gosh. Does anybody took the time?
Guess who won?
Who was the winner, please?
Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias. Really detailed Asian elephant in April. Oh my gosh, that's
beautiful.
hilarious. So, okay, what?
We also watched local artisans in the tedious and labor-intensive art of making Ecuador's signature Panama hats.
They use the balsa wood block and then they iron it, all of it.
So from Ecuador, I got a genuine Panama hat, and Marianne got a nut. After a brief stop for supplies in Lima, we sailed into the South Pacific to the intriguing Easter Island, where we visited the mysterious Moai. We continued west to French Polynesia and the beautiful and exotic island of Bora Bora, where we enjoyed an overnight romantic escape at the Conrad Bora Bora Nui Hotel.
From the Society Islands, our voyage took us west, and just before crossing the international date line, we stopped in Pago Pago in American Samoa. We went to a traditional Samoan village where we participated in an Ava ceremony, which is very similar to the Kava ceremonies common to many Polynesian cultures. From American Samoa, we moved on to Fiji, where on the northwest coast of the island, we enjoyed the therapeutic pleasures of a Fijian natural thermal mud bath.
Splish splash, I was taking a bath, long about a Saturday night. Yeah, rubbed up, just relaxing in the tub, thinking everything was alright. Well, I stepped out the tub, put my feet on the floor, I wrapped the towel around me and I opened the door, and in a splish splash, I jumped back in the bath. Well, how was I to know there was a party going on? There was a splishing and a splash, reeling with the feeling, moving and a grooving, rocking and a rolling. Yeah!
Oh, I think I need a nice, easy boat ride to calm down.
Pinaka.
Tinaka. Tinaka.
Pinaka.
Our next Pacific island was Vanuatu. In the capital of Port Vila, we visited the cultural center with the very interesting, informative, talented, and well-dressed cultural interpreter. And then it was time for a secluded swim.
See you at the next shore.
So when you come back next time to Vanuatu, have time to go for lunch, choose coconut crab food.
Where's the eyes? Are they eyes?
hard to catch? Are they hard to
We did learn, however, that not all South Pacific countries are an island paradise. But seen from a distance, it does look beautiful.
Indonesia is the largest country in the world, made up entirely of islands. It straddles Oceania and Southeast Asia. It's the world's fourth most populous country and the world's most populous Muslim majority country. On the island of Bali, we had the unique opportunity to leave the ship for an overland adventure with our shipmates and new friends, Jean, Mark, and Ralph. With them as our guides, we enjoyed a fabulous and whirlwind 36-hour adventure. For 23 years, Mark, an oncologist, had taught for a couple of weeks each year in the medical school in Jakarta. He and Jean know the country, the people, and the culture very well, and especially so Bali. Our first stop was a Balinese batik factory. The art of batik making has been around for centuries and has been an important part of Balinese culture. The motifs of Bali batik fabric are inspired by nature and are often based on flowers, twining plants and leaves, birds, butterflies, and geometric shapes. Batik tulis, which literally means written in Indonesian, preserves the authentic charm of a hand-drawn fabric. The first step in making Bali batik fabric is to design the pattern. The design is usually drawn on the fabric using a pencil or a pen. It can be simple or intricate, depending on the desired outcome. Once the design is complete, the next step is to apply the wax. The wax is applied to the areas of the fabric that are not going to be dyed. This is done using a tool called a canting, or a stamp. The wax acts to prevent the dye from penetrating the fabric. After the wax has been applied, the fabric is dyed. The dye penetrates the areas of the fabric that are not covered in wax. The fabric is then rinsed and dried, and then the wax is removed. This is done by boiling the fabric in water, which melts the wax and reveals the pattern underneath. The process of applying wax, dyeing the fabric, and removing the wax is repeated until the desired final pattern is achieved, and this can take several rounds of waxing and dyeing. The process of creating Bali batik fabric is incredibly detailed and time-consuming, but the result is both beautiful and dramatic. In the small village of Batu Bulan, located 8 kilometers northeast of Bali's capital, Denpasar, and down a narrow dead-end street, our friends brought us to a hidden gem, the Saraswati Silver Store. Mark and Jean have known the charming owner, Mr. Budiasa, for years, and along with them, we brought back many fine treasures from this Bali establishment. I found the craft shop fascinating. But I think Marianne found the showroom even more fascinating. Well, it's nice to support the local economy. After all that shopping, I thought I might have to get back into practice. But hey, it's just chicken feed. By the way, did you know roosters can fly? Especially when there's a pretty chick on the other side of the road. There's a female up there. Gonna try it again?
Come on, big guy. Go for it.
And that answers the age-old question. Even in a small village, the entrances to homes can be quite beautiful, often with a small votive offering at the entrance and a small, or not so small, Balinese Hindu shrine as well. A common feature of Balinese temple architecture is the split gate known as the Kandi Bentar. They mark the entrances of the temples, drawing a line between the holy grounds and the outside world. Though nicknamed Gates of Heaven, the symbolism of this structure does not actually have any meaning of heavenly ascension. In fact, there are many stories about its history, and the most popular and well-known version is one that is related to the legend of Mount Meru. Mount Meru is a mountain of Indonesian myth, believed to be where gods live. It is believed that the Lord Shiva had split Mount Meru into half, which became Bali's two primary volcanoes. Therefore, it's believed that the Kandi Bentar is built to represent the two halves of the mythical Mount Meru. From the village of Batu Bulan, we drove to another village to visit a Balinese art gallery and its adjacent Hindu temple. We were greeted by a cooing dove and, once again, by the gates of heaven. Other origin stories say that the gates are representative of the duality of male and female forms, while for some, the gates are a fearsome sentinel that will keep evil spirits from entering the holy grounds they guard.
And then it was time for lunch at a beautiful outdoor restaurant. Bebek Tepi Sawak is a famous Balinese restaurant known for its delicious duck menu. The restaurant is set in the middle of a rice field, and you dine inside a cozy hut. Everything was truly delicious.
With fish,
Okay.
and satay ayam is with chicken.
Chicken,
So
I've
we got
never
you, and
used
this
it,
is
ayam.
they make this satay on the lemongrass spear.
Well, why don't you serve it? Spread
There
it
you
around.
go.
There you go.
Satay lilit.
Okay.
Who else is crispy duck? Crispy. And I will share. Wow. Wow.
Oh, wow, look at that.
It's worth getting it just for the presentation. It's so fun,
That
right?
is amazing.
Okay.
Terima kasih.
Then a short drive with our wonderful driver, Booty, who brought us to the gorgeous Sanur residence, a very boutique accommodation on Bali's southeast coast. It consists of 3 private villas, surrounded by rice fields and just a short walk to the beach. We shared the center villa and were treated like royalty.
What do we say for cheers in Bali?
We don't have a.
Yeah,
We don't have like how to say just hooray or because we never. The peanuts in it, and this is like a soya bean. This is different bean.
love that so much.
And Gene, what is this?
So this fruit is from our driver Made. He bought us fruit for here. This is snake fruit.
Yeah.
You can see why.
Let's get this.
It's actually very good.
I've never seen
Mangoes,
Yes.
yes.
This is
that.
mangoes.
Pomegranate? Is that a pomegranate?
Mangis.
Mangosteen.
Mangosteen.
Oh,
Mangis.
mangosteen.
And
And-
slow-toast orange.
Yeah. Wow. And then this, I have,
Right.
It's delicious.
And one is sweet and one is
This one is sweet and this one is more of a
Yeah.
soybean one.
So-
This is my favorite one.
This is amazing. That's the ocean out there. That's our infinity pool. Oh my gosh. But once we were settled, it was on to a whole new experience. We dressed appropriately and were off to participate in a Balinese Hindu temple ceremony.
Yes, I like that. That is very, very nice.
I'm from, we were just there in November. We love Turkey. Marianne.
Put it down. Yes. And then put your hand like this. Okay. Okay, then. Put your hand like this. Yes. Put the water on your hand also. And then you rub it to cleansing your hand. Rub. Yeah. It's it. Your hand. Okay. Personal God. Okay.
Kedua, Tuhan yang sudah dalam sinar sucinya surya. Nggih. Ketiga, yang sudah sebagai personal yang di sini. Om Gantari Vidya Vidyavam Apovopo Karmasi Varakavakasam Varasvitmukta.
Oh, something like that. With the empty hand. And thanks. Yes. Bring your empty hand up.
Om Dewa Sikkama Parama Asintaya Nama Om Kesama Sampurna Nama Om Namo Dewa Disanaya Arvo Vyapituvaya Padma Sama Eto Pratisaya Arjuna Retwaryo Namo Om Pukulan Uda yang dapat satu Sangkatun Amat Pedang Paduka Putaran Mudagrah
Just bring it 3 times. Bring it 3 times. Sip it. Sip it. Yeah. Yeah.
Again? Yes. Again?
Yeah. Again. Again.
Face.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Now it's a vija. A mangku will put it. It's a symbol of it come into your heart and your soul. Hopefully that will be bless you all the way. It's symbolizing of the connection is happening. It's happening.
And when we got back to the villa, it was time for dinner. The living room had been cleared and a table set for us on the outside patio. Our chef had prepared a delicious Balinese meal, and we were wined, dined, and entertained to perfection.
wet t-shirt contest.
Now think of it this way, how
Are
many
they-
people on the Regent's cruise did what we just did and looked the way that we do?
That's right. I mean, what an excursion.
Yep.
This excursion would have cost $beaucoup if it was a Regent excursion. Does my hair look good?
Looks wonderful.
What an experience.
Oh, and look at the mango and the way they line up the fruit. Beautiful. Then, after that tasty breakfast, the villa brought in a spa team and we all enjoyed relaxing massages and facials. Being quite mellow, we decided then to get some exercise in the pool. Exercising our arms, that is. And then, of course, we were ready for lunch.
You ready, honey?
That was a movie, I think.
Dick, are you ready,
Jewel,
sweetie?
whatever it was, Jewel of India. Am I ready? Of course I'm ready. Do it.
Do it, baby.
And Jean, this is called
Nasi Jingu.
Nasi Jingu.
The little gooeys, that's why they call it goo. That's awesome.
And look, buried in there.
Oh, look, it's little treasures everywhere.
Oh, that's exactly what it is, Marianne. And here, this is an Indonesian corn fritter.
Open it so I can see.
Oh.
Yeah, get all the presents out.
Oh, there are presents inside. Oh my gosh, there's something.
divider from the rice.
Oh my gosh, that is amazing.
Oh, yes, terima kasih.
Oh, honey, this is beautiful. Look at that. Okay.
They say all good things must come to an end, but I'm sure the great memories of our stay at Sanur will remain with us forever. Well, we made one final stop on our way back to the ship to visit the beautiful Grand Hyatt Bali. The resort has many wonderful features, and right in the middle of the grounds there's a lovely small Balinese temple with, of course, the gates of heaven. And Jean didn't hesitate to tell us just what they're all about.
Classic example of the gates that if something evil goes through, they will slam shut and take that evil person down.
So with that, she promptly marches up the steps and invites Marianne to join her in a test.
And up here is the Dharma.
Well, they got in, so they both must be angels. Or at the very least, favored by the gods. And so, with a little offering of thanks, we say farewell to Bali. Borneo is the third largest island in the world. Its landmass is occupied by 3 countries: Indonesia, Malaysia, and the tiny country of Brunei. Our next port of call was the oil-rich Islamic Sultanate of Brunei. In the capital, we began by visiting the opulent Jame' Asir Hassanil Bolkiah Mosque, which is named after Hassanil Bolkiah, the 29th and current Sultan of Brunei. It was completed in 1994 to celebrate the Sultan's 48th birthday. This stunning mosque can accommodate up to 5,000 worshippers. So who is the Sultan of Brunei? Hassanil Bolkiah is one of the few absolute monarchs in the world, and one of the world's wealthiest individuals, with an estimated net worth in excess of $30 billion. And yes, that is a 24-karat gold-plated Rolls-Royce, with a custom-made rumble seat for the Sultan and his wife. So we then went to visit the Royal Regalia Museum. Exhibits here include the artifacts that have been used in royal ceremonies in Brunei. Perhaps the largest and most outstanding exhibits are the huge hand-drawn golden chariots that were used in the Sultan's 1968 coronation. From the Regalia Museum, we went to visit Kampung Ayer, a traditional settlement in Brunei's capital that is the largest water village in the world. It comprises entire neighborhoods, including homes, schools, mosques, and even a fire station. It's built on stilts above the Brunei River and connected by a series of boardwalks. And while we were there, we visited a typical house where we were treated to some local refreshments. Its name, Kampung Ayer, literally translates in English to water village, and it's home to about 13,000 residents.
Go ahead.
Take a little bit. Oh, careful.
Is it gonna fall
Take
out?
a little bit, yeah. Try a little bit of it before you.
Looks like a big worm.
It is. It's not my favorite.
Doesn't have much taste.
I think it was just the texture.
Oh yeah, and by the way, the Sultan also has a bit of waterfront property.
Money, 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 get a little money, 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 and a buck all around. That clinking, clanking, clunking sound is all that makes the world go round. It makes the world go round.
After Brunei, we had a brief stop in nearby Malaysia to visit Kinabalu Park World Heritage Site, where Marianne loved hiking in the rainforest and seeing the beautiful flowers, ferns, fungi, and moss. But she was especially thrilled seeing the world's smallest orchids. And then we moved on to the Philippines.
1, 2, 3. Good. 1, 2, 3.
Wait, so one, two, later.